It says I'm live. I don't know. We'll see. Let's see. Um, I don't know. Not very good with technology, obviously. Whatever. There we go. I don't know. But if you can hear me, I guess that's a good sign. I don't know what I'm going to talk about right now. It's 5:49 in the morning. I'm on my way to work. Um, so I don't know if anybody's interested out there, but so I love it when I've often told this story about John Fahey. Um, about how like in my early 20s I got into Leo Kottke a little bit. I was very enamored by the cover of Leo Kottke's 6 and 12 string guitar, which if you're a guitar player, acoustic guitar player, you're probably familiar with this album. And if you're not, you really should be. But it was an album that sold really, really well, and John Fahey produced it. And he helped um, promote and produce Leo Kottke for that album, and was pivotal really for putting Leo on the Tacoma record label, which was John's record label. This has nothing to do with anything, but it does kind of very loosely tie in with what I'm going to say now, and that is that um, I get sometimes I go through phases musically. No, not me. I know you're saying to yourself, but I go through phases musically in which I revisit an artist, you know, and that I do every several years with Jules Shear. But I think I'm a little hooked. I think that I'm kind of a sentimental guy, and I really hook on to Jules Shear as a songwriter. I think melodically, he's got so many great nuances and different things going for him. He has a good handle on melody without going over the top. And sometimes he takes you melodically where you think you're going, but it's not going to go there. It's just there's a lot more um, subtle melody, and lyrically he's a genius. Really, he's up there with some of the best songwriters. He just, I don't know. If you've never heard his music, you should check it out. Um, I hate to kind of just gravitate towards one album. Everything I've heard by him, I like. Okay, there's things that just grabbed me a little bit more. Maybe they're just more um, uh, commercial or something, or more slickly produced or something along those lines. But his album, God, I can't even remember what the name of the album is, but it's the one from 1983. It's like his first completely solo album. I need to slow down here. Let's speed trap up here. Um, but yeah, it's a completely solo album. What is it called? Boy, trying to think of this at 10 minutes to 5 or 6 in the morning. It's like, I don't know. But it's a great album. 1983. I can't remember the name of it. Also, that one and the album The Great Puzzle. Those are great beginner albums for Jules Shear, I think. The Great Puzzle had some Airplay was on Polydor. I mean, his first two or so records with Jules and the Polar Bears, his band, um, were on Columbia or Epic or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. That's not the same record label, is it? But Columbia, for sure. Completely different. Epic is like, what, CBS in the UK? This is Columbia, but I don't know. Maybe it's all the same company now. Anyway, those aren't quite as hooky and melodic and a nod to the Byrds and the Beatles and stuff like that. As like the Great Puzzle, I really like the Great Puzzle. I think it's got a little bit of a, yeah, I don't know. It's a good album. It's a really good one if you're just diving into this whole thing. But I picked up some Jules Shear on vinyl for not a lot of money at all, which I already had one album that wasn't really my favorite. I need to probably go revisit it. But it was from the mid 80s. It didn't really do a ton for me. I also have a album by Ian McDonald. I always get these names mixed up, so please forgive me. I know one of them sang with Fairport Convention, and I think it's this guy. He did a album of covers for a Joel Shear. Oh, around 87 maybe. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think it's a little bit better than the Joel Shear album actually, but I wouldn't say that about all the covers or one of the biggest songs that he wrote, if not the biggest song that Joel Shear wrote, was All Through the Night, which was a hit for Cyndi Lauper, which I think he gave to Cyndi Lauper to, wrote for her specifically, and then did himself on an album or two or three. But he's done it live, obviously. It's a really fine song, really good song. I prefer the version of, I don't know. It's just like, it's a lot of, the Joel Shear version often sounds very cowpokey, like chicka, it's like, I don't know about that. With that song, it works a little better, like the Cyndi Lauper version. Works really nicely how it's arranged and everything. So I don't know. I'll let you guys decide that if you even listen to this stuff. But Jules Shear, he's a great songwriter, still writing, doing albums. It's kind of prolific, if you ask me. He's been, he's collaborated and did, I saw this video where he did, like, I'm a Believer on some TV show, like, I'm assuming like in the late 80s, with Chris Difford, Glenn Tilbrook of Squeeze, both of those guys, Sid Straw, God, who else was on there? I can't even remember who else, but they were significant artists, really. Some great collaboration, if you ask me. It sounded really, really good. Joel Shear has an odd way of playing the guitar. I believe he tunes to like open G and uses his thumb to go up and down the fretboard. So I don't know. It's not exactly sure why. It's his style of playing. But he's really not a bad picker or, with the other hand, or just guitar player at all. He sometimes, I've seen him recently, use his guitar in his lap, not necessarily a lap steel, steel string, but like lap style, I guess. I'm probably taking this video down since no one's tuning in, and it's okay. My feelings aren't that hurt, I guess. If somebody, I'll leave it up for a little while if somebody wants to watch it. But man, fuck, nobody wants to watch my videos, and it's okay. I get it. I'm a loser. So, 5:58 in the morning. I got to get going anyway. But it's been great talking to you about Jules Shear. I hope you check him out. Really a fantastic artist, a fantastic songwriter. Really fantastic doesn't really. He's just great. The man owns a lot of CDs. He kind of probably puts Steve Schneidus to shame. So I can't even talk. But I hope everybody has a fantastic day. God bless. I gotta find a parking space here. Oh Lord, help me. Son of a bitch. Good morning. Morning, Ron. Hi, Mike. How you doing today? Fair to Midland?